And welcome back to Wake Up Radio with Ryan, Ray, and Fuzz. We've got Jonathan Mead, professional blogger, here in the studio, just about to tell us your wake-up moment when you realized that it was time to make a change. What happened?
Yeah, so like I was saying, I read this article called 10 Reasons You Should Never Get a Job. And, it wasn't so much like that I realized, having a job wasn't what I wanted, but it made me realize that I wasn't really following my own purpose. And I wasn't working toward my own goals. I was really just blindly, getting a job and then having someone else decide what their goals were and, here's what you're going to do to help me make this happen. Mm-hmm. So I realized I didn't have ownership and I didn't have really a contribution in deciding what the direction of those goals were and what I wanted to do. So that's really what made me realize I really want to decide what I want to share with the world and what that's going to be and how I can leverage my own unique strengths and my own unique talents. I never found that in a job. I never found that I was really expressing those gifts that I had and those strengths that I had and, my own unique genius or whatever it is that you want to call it. Right.
So there was something inside you that was driving you and motivating you to do what you do. Now, would you say it's all about the blogging for you, or is it more about that core motivation?
At first it was like the blogging was like this kind of almost like this sexy idea. Like I saw these other bloggers that had 50 or 100,000 subscribers or something, and it looked like, oh, you just write articles every day and people are going to show up.
And
that's what I thought, and I was like, I can write better than these idiots, Mm-hmm. Look what they're doing. This is, it's no problem. So I tried that, and I made my goal in the first 90 days to get 2,000 subscribers. And at the end of the 90 days, I think I had a couple hundred, which was still a big accomplishment, but I realized it was harder than it looks, Mm-hmm. And that blogging just as a means to an end, in and of itself, isn't really that meaningful. You have to be thinking about, what kind of contribution am I making, and is this something that people really value and are willing to pay you for? And that's really when I started to get more serious about, using this as blogging as a platform for my business, but not like blogging is a business.
Right. Well, we actually have a call on the line, so let's take a look and see who is wanting to chat with us this morning. Hi there, good morning. You are on the air with Ryan, Ray, and Fuzz. Caller, are you there? All right, well, we had a caller on the line. Maybe they've just left us. No worries. So, Jonathan, let's talk about how you actually started making money. When did it actually happen that you actually began to make money as a professional blogger?
Yeah.
Your first dollar. How did that feel when you first saw that money coming through?
Well, the first dollar was with AdSense, Google AdSense, and I thought I saw some other people doing this with, posting ads on their articles and stuff like that, and I think it actually took me there's a minimum payout of $100, and it took me 4 or 5 months to reach that, and I got that check, and it felt good, but I was like, all right, this isn't very sustainable. I need to figure something else out.
$100 in 4 months' time is not going to really pay the light bill.
No. It's not even going to pay my coffee habit. You know what I mean? So. That's what made me realize I need to create my own offerings. I need to create my own products. You producing content and putting up your ads, who's benefiting the most? The people selling the ad space and the people that are selling or bringing in those leads and getting people to buy things. So it's do you want to put up ads to sell someone else's things? It's kind of like the job thing again. Do you want to work towards someone else's goals?
Interesting.
And it's I realized that, so I thought maybe there's something that I can create that other people want, and I started blogging about a lot of different topics, and really the one that hit home the most was people feeling like they gave up on their dreams. And it was something very emotional for me, and I kind of wrote this ebook partly because I realized that other people needed to hear about it, and other people needed help with this, but it was also I needed to write it for myself. Mm-hmm. You know, I think a lot of times the best products that you can create are solving your own problem.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. Well, that's mother necessity, right? That's the
Yeah,
mother
exactly.
of invention, is when you feel that you need something, or, oh, hey, you know what I'd really like, and then comes the good idea. And what I
Right.
like about this is it's kind of funny. A lot of people might quickly dismiss you because they're like, oh, okay, so he started blogging because he thought it was sexy, or that he was
Right.
just going to get a fan base. But what I love about that is, no, when you saw that it was taking a little bit of work. I hate to even use that word anymore because we're talking
Right.
about, again, contributing. When
Right.
you saw that, okay, wait, no, if I contribute more,
Mhm.
if I don't just, it's an exchange of energy. If I contribute more, if I put more energy into this, then it's going to grow. And obviously that's what's happened. You've taken this passion and you've really contributed something.
All right, now let's talk about taking the plunge. When you actually left your day job, what was your day job at the time?
I was managing an employee recognition program for a large healthcare company in California, and I was working with a lot of photographers and a lot of multimedia stuff which was interesting, and it fueled my passions in a certain way, but it also wasn't channeled, like I said, into that purpose that I wanted to contribute. So when I actually quit my day job was May of 2009.
How exciting! How did that feel?
It felt
Scary?
really great. I mean, it felt like holy crap, this is actually happening, you know. And it felt good, and it felt like, man, I can actually make this happen. You know, it was a little bit scary, but I also felt like, wow, this is possible.
Well, it's certainly an accomplishment, Jonathan. You have to be congratulated for that. We'll talk more about the future, what's coming up for Jonathan and his blog, and a little bit of advice for you at home who'd like to do the same thing. We'll be right back with Wake Up Radio in just a moment.